Well, I guess as far as theme park rides, to add a little cheesy fun to it, this is a self-driving car.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's right.
Yep, it'll do this whole trip likely up till where the departures are, so the fun continues.
Gosh. Wow, that's cool.
You gotta push in on the back of it and then grab it. There you go.
I had it once. Then I lost it. Our grandson would love, he loves riding in Teslas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he would love this.
It is a lot of fun. It's the best of American engineering right here.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah. There's no more American vehicle than a Tesla. All the Fords and GMs are made in Mexico and other countries. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They are.
Yep. These are made right here in the US of A.
Oh. That's good.
Oh yeah. Does the temperature feel okay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
How long have you had it?
I took delivery of this one in March of 2020, kind of right when the world was falling apart.
Oh, wow.
That was probably a good time to get it.
It was. That was the best time to be a rideshare driver, honestly. Because most of them got scared of COVID, so they all stopped working, so my demand went through the roof.
Oh, wow.
Supply and demand worked in my favor. I was probably making, on some occasions, about $100 an hour.
Wow, that's awesome.
It was a good, like 2 full years, really.
Wow.
It had its headaches, of course, but man, those earnings were insane.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's how my wife and I became a 2 Tesla household. By the end of 2020, we had saved up enough extra money to get hers.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That's great.
Yeah, we knew the gas savings would be crazy, but then when you factor in no oil changes or anything else too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Because there's no engine, there's no transmission, so all that maintenance doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't.
Yep. Just tires, really. Can't get away from that.
Yeah.
I mean, my brakes are
It's
still pretty much
electric,
new.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully electric.
Wow, that's awesome. So did you have to have like a special thing installed in your house or garage to charge it?
Well, no, for the first 4.5-ish years that I had the car, we could only street park. We lived in San Diego, California at the time.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
We didn't have a driveway. We had no way to charge at home, so we had to rely on the charging network, Tesla's charging network,
Wow.
which really isn't bad. It's basically just electric gas stations.
Right.
And we were fortunate that we pretty much had one about 6 minutes from our house.
Wow.
And it only took about 25 minutes or so to fill up. So it wasn't too bad. Now that we have a house here in Florida, we can charge at home, and it is a wonderful quality of life improvement.
Wow, that's great.
My wife never really has to charge outside of the house. And we actually use regular outlets to answer your question about special chargers. We don't have one installed, we just plug into the wall.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's really good.
So you really went from San Diego to Florida.
Yep. Well, I was only in California because I was stationed in the military out there.
Okay.
I was actually born and raised here in Florida, so about 14 years later, I'm back home.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. I definitely knew I wasn't going to be able to purchase property in California, not with as expensive as it is out there.
Yeah, I know.
We went from a 100-year-old little wooden 1-bedroom, 700 square feet to a proper home. So we're feeling pretty good.
Oh, that's really good.
I've heard San Diego is very nice.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Great food, wonderful climate, beautiful place. Great to visit.
Yeah.
That was kind of my going joke for folks. I mean, there were plenty of people that love living there. I dog on California quite a bit after 11 years there, but that's just my experience.
Yeah.
It hasn't been all bad. It was mostly after COVID, in my opinion, that things really kind of fell apart. Like California's leadership and their policies just kind of went south in a big way.
Right.
Because now, when you think about San Diego, LA, San Francisco, you think about the crime, the homeless problem, the expense. It's unfortunate. It really is. It's a beautiful state.
Yeah.
So I hope it turns around.
Right. Yeah.
I used to say that Florida was California's evil twin, but I think I got that backwards. Where are you folks visiting from?
New York.
Upstate
The,
New York.
the snow belt.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
the
sure
s-
it was nice to come down here for a little bit.
Oh, it sure was.
Get away from that temperature.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
It was cold before we left. Not so much snow, but the wind chill was like below zero
yeah.
for a week.
It was a week or two ago that we were dealing with a really kind of crazy southern ice storm.
Yeah.
The northern third of Florida was actually getting snowed on.
Wow.
And it got down to the 20s and even the teens in temperatures here in central Florida.
Wow.
I was like, okay, this is a little different.
Oh,
And it was
God.
cold and raining too, so we had like freezing rain.
Oh, gosh.
It didn't snow this far south, but we definitely had some cold rain.
Yeah, we were here. We've been here for like 3 weeks.
Oh, so you were here during that?
We went on a cruise. We went to SeaWorld, and it was freezing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so cold.
Yeah, we went to Epcot during that time too. My wife and I are pass holders, and we go as much as we can. And
Oh,
we like
nice.
going when it's cold or rainy a little bit too, because like most people won't be there.
Yeah.
So it's like our trick to go when it's not so busy.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
So are you just you're Disney pass holders?
Yeah.
For all the parks?
Yeah, we have all the Disney parks. Goodness,
Oh.
guys, come on now. We actually have Universal as well, and we're kind of feeling out whether or not we're going to keep that. We want to experience Volcano Bay before we make our decision. Cause
Oh
it's...
my God! Have you ever been there?
No, not yet.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! It's awesome.
Is it?
Volcano.
Oh, it's awesome.
You're the first people I've had that have been able to talk to about it, so that's cool to hear.
Oh, it's awesome. They have like a wave pool. They have all these water slides. They have a aqua coaster.
Aqua
It's
coaster.
like a roller coaster on water.
We were
Oh,
the
that's
oldest
cool.
people on
We were
it.
the oldest people on there. It kept going on and on.
That's fantastic.
And the people the attendants would say, "Do you need help getting out?" No.
It's like, we got
We're
it.
good. We got it. But
That's fantastic.
we didn't go on the wild roller, the wild water ride.
Oh,
But,
sure, yeah.
we went, and they have this really cool, they have a lazy river. That's kind of lazy. But then they have this rapid river ride. And you put life jackets on, and you go in this river that, is
It throws you around a little bit.
throws you
Yeah.
around. It's awesome.
It's really cool.
It's so awesome.
Well, that's really good to hear. That's what we've been most excited about trying, because I used to, growing up here, I loved Wet n Wild.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they, I didn't realize they'd gone out of business and were gone like back in 2016. And
Oh.
Volcano Bay is actually like the new and improved sort of Wet n Wild.
Oh, yeah.
Because it had a lot of the same things you're talking about, just very dated.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
had lived its life.
Right. Oh, Volcano
So-
Bay is our favorite.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
our
wait to-
favorite.
Plus they're expanding, right? They're not the Volcano Bay, but the whole
Universal.
Universal. They're
Yeah, they're adding Epic Universe, I
opening
think,
up
over
in
there.
May or something. Or,
Yep. It's a whole new section of the park. Disney's doing the same. They're making a lot of big changes and growing and expanding as well.
Huh?
Which they can do out here with all the land they have. Not
Right.
really the case over in California. I really struggled to enjoy going to Disneyland in Hollywood and all because it was just... The drive was like an hour and a half, 2 hours to
Yeah,
even get up there.
Oh, wow.
And then it's all kind of condensed into basically a city block.
Oh.
Which you don't realize until you look at the map. Like, all of Disneyland is basically in like this one rectangle in the middle of Anaheim, in the middle of the city.
Oh, wow.
I am very much having a good time out here in Disney World and all. I'm a little biased. I think it's better.
Yeah.
We've definitely gotten our fill since we were pass holders. We don't pay for parking. So the money we've saved in parking with as much as we've gone has essentially paid for our passes.
Oh, that
So-
sounds great. That's really good. I remember when we came to Universal a couple of years ago, our friend said, if you're, why don't you get a pass to Universal? Because if you're going to come like a couple more times within the year, then it'll pay for itself. And we did that, right?
Yeah. And it paid for
And
itself.
it paid for itself.
That's
It
awesome.
was great. But
Yeah.
Volcano Bay is so awesome.
That is great to hear.
It's the best
I
water
think you
park
would- you would-
I've ever gone to, actually.
Fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess as far as theme park rides, to add a little cheesy fun to it, this is a self-driving car.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's right.
Yep, it'll do this whole trip likely up till where the departures are, so the fun continues.
Gosh. Wow, that's cool. So it self-drives?
Yeah, it's actually doing it now. I'm not on the pedals or the steering apparatus. It's all the car.
Oh my gosh.
James does that too.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, this is the version of Tesla's autonomy that can handle navigating from point A to point B, going through the cities, highways, lane changes,
Wow.
everything.
So it handles the lane changes and it knows when traffic is coming,
Yep.
right?
It sees it all with all the cameras around the car because there's a total of 8. These are just the ones that are looking behind us.
Oh my gosh. That is so cool.
Yeah, all these maneuvers it's doing right now is all the car.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like it wants to get into the express lane. I wonder if it actually will. Hey, there it goes.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Wow, that's so cool.
It's been fun testing out the tech and seeing if it can handle doing the job.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, as long as it's got that blue bar or it's blue up here, that's how you can tell it's in its self-driving mode. If I take over, it'll gray out.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see, now I'm the one driving.
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
quick?
That's so cool.
Yeah, AI is getting a little crazy.
Do you get tired having the car like drive itself? I mean, do you like
No.
fall asleep?
It actually, so for one, I'm not allowed to. It is watching me through this camera up here
Oh wow.
because it still is a supervised system. So it is doing everything as long as I am paying attention to what's ahead, just in case. So I'm like a safety driver.
Right.
Or I've often joked a self-driving coach or drive instructor.
Right. Yeah.
I kind of slap it on the wrist if it messes up or does something weird. Which it's getting less and less frequent that it does something weird.
Yeah. So
This,
what if it sees that you're falling asleep? What does it do?
oh, it'll yell at me. It'll
will?
start beeping and alarming, and it'll even turn on the hazard lights and start to slow down because there have been cases in the past where people have maybe had a stroke or something happened and they went unresponsive.
Oh.
And the car has to be able to safely come to a stop, and that's when police and ambulances will come out.
Wow.
There was one crazy case of a woman that got so drunk that she fell asleep in her car, and thanks to the car being on its autopilot, she didn't kill anybody. The cops were able to just get in front of the car and then slow down and bring the car to a stop and apprehend her.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't even want to think about what would have happened if it wasn't self-driving,
Right.
At some point she would have went into either a person or a guardrail or
Right.
something.
Right. Wow. And did she think that she could just
think it was
that
like-
she could like have put on self-drive and she'd be all right?
Maybe.
You know?
I don't think there was a lot of thinking involved.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Not at that point.
No. Unfortunately, too, just people are always going to sort of push the limits of what they can get away with. That's kind of how people are, at least some
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Which is why we do have the monitoring system that has to, it's had to get more strict
Right.
to monitor how people are driving. Funny enough, on the recent call with Tesla's earnings report, Elon and the team actually mentioned that they noticed that people are taking the system out of self-driving so that they can answer text messages without the car yelling at them.
Oh, wow.
Because if you text on your phone or you have your phone in your hand, it'll beep and tell you to pay attention. It'll scold you.
Oh,
So
really?
people are choosing to be less safe by actually taking over and then texting while they're driving.
Oh, wow.
Crazy to me. Like,
That's
that,
crazy.
sort of an unintended consequence of the monitoring system that they have to fix now, because some people are incentivized to drive themselves and then text like old school and be less safe.
Right.
And I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, that isn't good. Because on cars, like on my car, you can like use voice and just
Yeah, most
talk
cars you can.
instead of text.
I think it's just a failure of just people, and it doesn't make sense, but
Yeah, it
common sense
doesn't.
is kind of a struggle these days.
Right, it sure is. It sure is.
I mean, even as good as this system is, I try to interface with my phone as little as possible. I mean, I do for work, I'll
Right.
pick it up and set it here and do what I need to look at trips and such, but
Yeah.
I try to do as little as I can, even as good as my self-driving is. I
Yeah.
still don't want to abuse it.
Right,
Let's see how
right.
we handle this. This big old truck's racing up behind me, and my car is actually trying to get out of the passing lane. It's trying to be a good steward.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
I'm curious if we'll actually go to the proper Terminal C point, because that's one of the challenges, is going to like departures when you need to versus arrivals. It's one of the finer details that'll need to be worked out in time. Relatively small compared to the entirety of driving.
Right.
But we'll see. And it's JetBlue, right? Terminal
It's
C,
JetBlue.
I believe.
Yeah.
Make sure I get you to the right one. Make sure the car gets you to the right one. It is showing Terminal C departures on the navigation, so it should be okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Today it's getting a little bit of a heavier test with all the fog. The fog was a lot worse earlier this morning,
Yeah.
but it does pretty well.
Now, how many days do you work?
I'm trying to get into a habit of not working the weekends if I don't have to. I can get a little swallowed up in my work.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, one of the whole reasons of moving back to Florida was to be able to have more personal time with, my wife and myself going out and doing things together. So I'm trying to do Monday through Friday.
Yeah, that's good.
Unless I really need to get a little extra on the weekends.
Right.
Today, she has some family in town, so around 1 or so, I'm going to be meeting them over at Disney. And
nice.
just the second half of the day will be a Disney day for us, so that's cool.
Oh, that's really cool. Is her family from around here?
They're from Florida. They're just kind of scattered. My father and mother are both about an hour away from me in different directions.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to make sure I didn't play favorites too much there with where I ended up.
Yeah.
But yeah, my family, my siblings and friends, they're all from Florida.
Oh, that's great.
So it's really good to be back, because now I have nieces and nephews as well, and younger siblings that I can finally see, because I was always, for the last 14 years, across the country.
Right. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's nice to be back in their lives, being able to have some fun.
Is.
Hoping to do a whole lot of fishing this year with Dad.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we used to do all that stuff together. He's been begging me to come back for a long time.
Yeah, that's great.
So it should be a fun year. Yeah, you can't even see the airport in that fog right now.
I know.
Crazy. Should be getting over any second now. We're kind of taking longer than I'd like. There we go. Don't want to run out of runway, pun intended. How's it actually felt for you guys compared to your experiences with Uber and such? Is the self-driving versus your other rides?
It's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Doesn't feel too crazy.
No, it doesn't feel crazy at all. And you're a great, Lyft rider.
Oh, appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people are realizing that the more boring this software is, the better it is, because that means that it's just driving, it's just doing the job. It's not all that exciting for everyday people, as it just kind of just does more of the same.
Yeah.
Back when it was first coming out and it would freak out or do something crazy, that's where, it'd be more viral online and people would be like, oh my gosh, watch what self-driving just did. Now it's like, look, another video of it just doing the job.
Yeah, really.
I've seen a few people that actually say, oh, this is kind of boring now. Like, yep, it's getting that good.
Yeah, really. That's great. Wait till we tell you that we took a Tesla to the airport. He's 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like into cars. He's a hockey player. He's into all these sports and hockey mostly.
Yeah, I can say that in my experience, whenever there's children involved, they seem to be the most in they just get it when it comes to anything new and high tech. They freak out. I had this young lady out in Bartow, but her little maybe 3 or 4 year old daughter was just losing her mind when the Tesla pulled up. You could barely understand her. She was talking so fast and a squeaky voice.
I know.
adorable.
When I saw that you were coming, I said, Kev, we're gonna ride in a Tesla. I said, oh my gosh, wait till we tell Brian.
I have a niece who married a guy who has a Tesla, so I actually married them, and they
Oh, that's cool. You got to be a part of that.
Yeah, they came to our house the day after the wedding, and they gave all the kids rides.
That's awesome.
Oh gosh.
And was first in line.
I was thrilled.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I actually have a YouTube channel that covers this, the self-driving tech and interactions with customers. So if you want to take that down, this ride will probably be up on the channel, and he can watch it and see everything and
Oh, wow.
enjoy you guys riding in the Tesla.
Oh, wow. Oh. That's so cool. We did ride in Jesus' Tesla. Remember he picked us up at the airport? So we did have a ride in it.
And he did the no hands thing too.
Yeah, he did. I forgot that he did that. That's so cool.
Well, now we need to get over one more time. So come on, buddy. I know you can do this. Oh, it's a double. Never mind. We're fine. I wasn't sure if it was a 2 exit or a single lane exit. So it's cool. It knows better than I do. It's like, relax. I got this.
Wow. That is just amazing. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm glad that it is back to improving in a pretty big way, because there was a little while where it was getting a little frustrating, but it's quickly rectifying that. I mean, the last week or two, maybe 3 now, that I've been on the latest builds have been very impressive, restoring a lot of confidence.
Oh, that's good.
It's almost like it went from being a young new driver to someone much more experienced.
Yeah. That's really good.
Especially considering it's driving and interacting with all these different people that can be kind of crazy or slow or fast or swerving. Like, the human factor, the chaos factor is impressive.
Right.
All right, let's see. Now here is the sort of final test, because it's got to go to the departure side. Got this guy hovering in my quarter panel here, finally passing us. Thank you. So this is actually the lane we need to stay in, which is good. So it needs to, or it's just signaling that we're hitting this fork. All right, come on. Because this is where it splits, and in the past, that looks ominous, doesn't it? Just all the fog there.
Yeah.
We chose the right path. Awesome.
Wow.
So we're going all the way up to the departures. Fantastic.
That's great. My dad, when he was alive, he used to work on cars. He would be impressed, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He would love
He'd
this.
be all over this.
He would be. He used to fix my car when it was broken down, and he would be impressed with this.
Well, that's cool to hear. Yeah,
You wouldn't believe that it could do that. But
Oh, sure.
But he'd be the
Wouldn't
first guy to check it, try it out.
He would be. Because he worked on airplanes too, quality control on airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
they'd probably be like, wait, what? This has autopilot?
I know, really?
Fantastic.
Oh, God.
Alrighty.
Thanks so much. You were great.
Oh,
Yeah, my
thank
pleasure.
you so
Now,
much.
getting out so funny on this one, you got to hold the button there at the top and push the door. Perfect.
Oh.
Just like that.
Oh, whoops.
That's right. You just got to push it out. There you go.
Wow. Oh my gosh. It's so cool.
Probably one of the weirdest things is the door handles.
Yeah.
All right, FSD did a really good job there. Toward the end, you guys might have noticed we kind of hugged a little bit of that dotted white line as we were coming around the bend, and it kind of felt like Mew got a little spooked by that Toyota that was kind of in our quarter panel. A little tiny awkward moment. But that aside, the ride went really well. I hope you enjoyed the enthusiasm. That lady was wonderful. She's so excited and blown away. I'm glad they had a fun time with it. But 12.6.3 continues to impress. I'm really glad that I was able to put in the departure's actual address and demonstrate that when you do that, it goes to the correct location at the airport, which is kind of the final little bit there. But the navigation pin for each of the individual terminals and their arrival and departure locations can be a little bit wonky and confusing. So that is kind of more so on making sure that I get the right pin dropped. It would be nice if the navigation system just made more sense and made that just kind of an automatic process. But it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and get on to the next customer and catch you guys in the next video.